Go ahead and have Mac, man. Okay,
Yeah.
he's in the back there with his base training patients.
Yeah, he's doing his thing. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
How you doing, brother? You good?
How you doing?
Good. What's up, man? How you doing?
Good.
All right. What happened to your foot, man?
Man, that's my key.
How?
Tell us a cool story, man. Tell us like it was a. Tell us you got into
How
a
did you
fight
do
with a
that?
bear or something.
Knife
Just
fight.
kick it to his
Slice
face.
the Achilles.
No, how'd you do that, man?
The bear had a knife.
The bear had a
I
knife.
don't know.
Forget about leg day. We're gonna do leg day next week. But
I think it's. I think honestly, I went a little heavier than we do on calf raises and like.
you're the first man to ever get injured on a calf raise.
I know.
This is
and
the
it was
first.
standing calf raise too.
Oh my God, dude! You know you got to realize you compete in physique. You know.
I don't do legs.
Courtney,
He doesn't either.
Courtney straight up does. I'm not even playing. He does shoulder press on the calf raise. You seen that?
Dude, it burns them out.
I know, but it's weird that a physique guy figured out how to not do legs on a leg machine.
That is true.
He literally did shoulders on a leg machine, bro.
That is true. He really just took it to the next level.
He out physiqued everything.
But how you feeling, man?
Feeling really good, man. It's coming along. It's coming along. I noticed my left ankle's hurting, so I think I'm getting used to putting weight on.
We need to check that. We need to check the different joints in there too.
Yeah.
There's a bone in there called the talus.
Okay.
It's special because it's one of the only bones in your body that's not actually attached to a muscle.
Well, that's great.
So we got if it's out of place, then everything's out of place.
Okay. Other than that, I'm a lot better. Feeling a lot better.
Let's cast you today too. I'll adjust all the bones in your feet. We'll cast you for their orthotics.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Let's start with your back first.
Okay. But I'm still not taller, so
Well, we're getting there.
yeah,
We're
I think
working on that.
5'7.5" and a little.
So is the right ankle?
Right
Left.
ankle's fine.
So
It's
left. Do you feel it in the front right here?
No, it's on the side, lateral.
All right.
Right in that area, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
I noticed it when I was coaching yesterday.
Yeah, you mentioned it the other day, and I forgot to. There we go. I had to check it. Did you feel that unlock?
Yeah, I felt it. I did.
I felt it from here.
So even that cuboid and all that was out right here too. There are more bones in your feet than anywhere else in your body.
That is insane.
And it does three things. Gives you the ability to bounce by all those bones that are articulating together, forward propulsion, and then shock attenuation.
Okay.
So if you jump off a box, it allows you to absorb that.
That one did something.
It's not now it is. So like there's a lot of people there now. I would have to see.
Definitely gonna be taller than this one.
Yes, sir.
You ever look up that limb lengthening surgery where what do? They put something on your shin, they take a bone, they make you taller?
Do they for real?
Yeah.
I saw like giant nails, like they're long.
It's crazy.
Jesus.
I'd rather just be short.
Absolutely.
I think they have to break your femur.
They have to break they have to break your femur.
That's like getting a penile implant. It's like, it's just too much trouble. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I'm good. Mine doesn't weigh me down. I can run really fast.
It's good enough that if I need to take a rest and prop me up,
I got it.
but
Don't they like, there's a muscle and a tendon in there that they detach to make it bigger?
I'm not sure. I do know that I have patients that have to get penile implants because of erectile dysfunction and medical issues, and then they'll take to air it up. It's your ball.
It's a pump.
And
It's a pump.
it's on where your nut would be.
My dad had that. He
Yeah.
had diabetes.
Yep.
I found that out luckily after he passed because I don't want to know that I got that. That's just nasty. I don't even want to know my dad has a penis.
Man, that's how you got here.
Yeah, but you just don't want to hear about it. You don't want to know about it.
This is true. So everything has a feedback loop. All the extremities to the tips of the fingers back to the brain. It all matters. Because your brain's sending a signal down to all these areas. and kind of gets it's a check of systems, like, hey, how's everything function? Do we need to make any compensations? Do we need to change the way the body's moving in order to accommodate this injury or this malfunction? And so I like to take care of all these loops, if you will, neurologically, so that, you know, Marc's the best he can be in all regards. If you leave any one little thing out of the equation, it can mess everything up. Beautiful. So, I'm going to get them to unlock your mid back again by laying back
Okay.
on your hand. That's the best way to do it right now until we can get real specific in there. You just got to get it unlocked first. So guys, what we're now doing on Marc is basically more of a generalized, getting things mobilized and unlocked, and then we can get very specific in this treatment. So we're breaking it all down so he can build it back up in the manner it's supposed to be and strengthen things in the position that we're in focus of. That's essentially what's happening. But fair brother, will you do an anterior with him?
Yeah. He's the anterior guy.
Yeah. So he's got a really hyperkyphotic curve, but it does move. Dr. West did it the other day. It'll probably still be easy.
We did this a couple.
Yeah, we did it the first time.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, sir. Oh man, it's moving more than it did the first
Yeah.
time. It's good.
Feels a lot
Every
better.
time it's going to do more and more. Now let's lay on this left side.
Okay. My hip hop.
Hip hop?
Yeah, where you got the arms crossed thing. Street.
Oh, you're talking about like the b-boy pose?
Yeah,
Yeah.
gangster. Straight up.
Well, we already determined these guys gangster lean all the time.
Yeah, I got that lopsided ass leg.
Yeah, I work in West Ridgeville.
We'll roll you over here a lot more. Exhale out again.
Okay.
Dude, we're moving and grooving in that one now.
Yeah, it's starting to get there. It feels a lot.
What more fluid?
Yeah. It's ready, Pop. It's just
So when we first started adjusting him, you know, his pelvis is turned like 15 to 20 millimeters. Not good. Usually by when something's that bad, it's hard to start getting it to go the other direction. His was a little difficult at first. Now it's really moving super easy. We've got to do it so many times. You can imagine, like if you have crooked teeth, and you put braces on there to straighten them, but you take them off 3 times a week. Well, not much is going to happen, right? It's going to take forever. I can't be with him every day and adjust him every day. So for like if he's here 2-3 times a week, that's 4 or 5 times a week he's not. And he's doing all the stuff that causes us damage when I'm not with him. So we're making strides. It's just got to be consistent. So again, we're going to turn this whole pelvis. So yeah, you already feeling that, huh?
Yep.
It's easy peasy, lemon squeeze. Now we need to go on your tummy.
Okay.
I'm from Banter.
Again, what's the point of making all the money, doing the thing if you can't move, right? Like,
So fun to watch.
your health and your movement is everything.
Hey, look, man, seriously, I got the opportunity to take care of one of the wealthier guys in the country when I worked in Atlanta. And he told me that if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. And
Nothing.
there's a lot of people that will say that, but these are people that don't have money like this guy. And so it really, you know what I'm saying? So it really, I took it to heart. And if you don't have your health, you don't have any wealth. And so
It's funny because the rich CEOs I know are in shape. They exercise 5-7 days a week. So it's changed from the fat cat millionaires, billionaires, you know?
it has, and I think
The billionaire I know who's actually one of our investors, is in super shape, terrific shape.
Yeah. I think too, it goes along with the mindset to get to that level. You have to have working out and eating right as a part of your routine.
Agreed.
You know what I mean?
You see, like being a top performer, being able to get up early, stay up late,
Yes.
get here, get there, all of this and that. You can't do that if you're constantly out of shape.
Unless you're Donald Trump, who thinks that exercise slows you down. But Trump is a weirdo.
100%.
Yeah.
He's a one-off.
Honestly, say what you will about that dude. He's unhealthy, he's fat, but he's actually gotten, like, Obama, Bush, they all got older, right? Trump actually looks younger than he did when he first ran for president.
It's because you just tan more. I was calling the CEO of the company the other day, and he was like, "Oh man, I just got done with my workout. Caught me at a good time." And he brought it up. He's like, "It's funny that all my friends that are successful and in my inner circle, they all are working out like right about this time."
Yep.
You know.
Birds of a feather flock together, I guess.
Well, I think when you find something that works, you want to implement it, right?
Absolutely.
That's one thing entrepreneurs do. I mean, they're willing to take risks, but they're also willing to stand on the shoulders of people before them. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel.
By the way, I put my TRT in that magical injection spot.
How'd that go?
Deal.
It's magical. it goes right in, bro. It's perfect.
I told you, man.
Now I can imagine if you're using the black market stuff, which most of y'all who watch this channel probably do, that it's still gonna sting. But if you're using good, doctor prescribed pharmaceutical stuff, and you still get welts, like if you do it in your glute, you're still gonna get a bump. That anterior glute, man, that is life.
100%. I wouldn't lead you astray.
This thing.
This is Mark's favorite.
This thing is hell. It's just so abrasive.
This is why his subscriber count's going up.
The butt.
Yep.
OnlyFans.
They're like, I didn't know Mark's butt was broke. Got a crack in it.
Dude, like, you ever see those guys, like plumber's butt? Like, why do their butt cracks start so high on their back? You notice that? Like,
It is. It's like they have to have that in order to get a plumber's license.
Like, it's not because they're fat. They just really have a high butt crack.
Maybe it's a certain build that makes them comfortable for doing those jobs.
It might be. But you think to get underneath the sink, you'd want to be a skinny little dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit. Like, it's always the biggest dude trying to crawl under your sink.
It'll have putting the growth factors and cytokines that do the healing in the body. You put those in that area, man. It's going to do awesome. A lot of people will do like ibuprofen, NSAIDs, things like that, but what they don't realize when you do those, it inhibits fibrin production, which is how soft tissue heals.
And inflammation is part of the healing process.
Absolutely.
So the problem with NSAIDs, ibuprofen, is that they work extremely well. They work so well that they hinder recovery. That and icing, you don't want to ice injuries.
That's right.
Never ice an injury. It's literally slowing it down.
I mean, the way God made this happen naturally
Yes.
is what you need to embrace.
So there's a stim unit I use, it's called a Marc Pro. And it's fantastic for just increasing blood flow.
What's it called?
Marc Pro. I mean, it's great. You should probably put it on your Dealies. I can bring it to the gym tomorrow.
Yeah, so this is actually doing what God would do, right? So
Yes.
we're actually causing inflammation right here, so
See-
that the area can get healed up faster.
You don't want to fight God, you want to work with God. And fighting inflammation is fighting God. Making inflammation clear is working with God. All the atheists are getting pissed off right now. I tweeted something the other day like, here's a life hack, read the Bible daily. Dude, I pissed off so many atheists.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Atheists are really, they're not even like, I don't believe in God. They're literally anti-God. Their religion.
They're angry about it.
Their religion is not having a religion where they're zealous about it. It's like, I'm living, let live. If you don't believe in God, cool. One of my best friends, Alan Roberts, is an atheist. We get along great, you know? At the end of the day, the Bible, at the very least, is a great historical book.
Yeah. It's really
And I
good
have
for
to tell
teaching
you-
you about what not to do in life and what to do in life.
I mean, it's so complex though. Like, and every time that you're going through something you read, and what do you get, whatever you need out of it. Like, how does that happen if this thing isn't like legit?
So I forgot. So the verse I read today in the Bible was the still Genesis, where the two daughters got their dad drunk and raped him. I'm like, the Bible got some weird stuff in it, bro.
It does.
That wasn't Abraham. That was that Ishmael? Not sure.
But see, people bag on the Bible a lot because it has that in it. But the thing is, folks forget that God gave people free will, so they always had the decisions to do what they do.
Yep.
But you always saw who prospered in life when they stuck to what He told them to do.
That's right.
And the Bible never strays from that at all.
I'm a big fan. Society needs religion. We need a guiding compass. We need an ethical compass. So what if it's not real? Well, what's the downside to following the Ten Commandments? There's no downside.
Keeps you out of jail.
There's no downside. And what if there isn't a God? What if there is? Like, there's all upside. You get to go to heaven and all that cool stuff, right?
Yeah.
So why not just dedicate like 10 minutes a day to prayer? And just in case, not even 10, 4, 3, just wake up and say thank you. Like, there's no downside to living a righteous life. There's not.
That's that insurance policy right there.
Yeah, it is. It's a really good insurance policy.
And knowing you don't have to do anything to receive that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nah, it just seems like the easy choice for me.
Yep.
Yep.
And I was agnostic and without belief most of my life. So.
Were you?
Oh, absolutely. I'm too scientific based. It's hard to really cave into faith. My daughter's the same way. Because if you need proof in every other aspect of life, and these people are telling you, and you read the Bible, and it's such a friggin' weird story, you're like, all right, I'm not sure about this.
Well, I know today when I was driving down Tennessee 7 from Leaper's Fork to here, that was a lot of proof. It was so beautiful.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't an amoeba that exploded that caused that beauty. Come all the way up there, brother.
All right. Are we straddling? Are we sitting?
Yeah, straddle the table.
All right.
So guys, this is what's called trigenics. This is a neuromuscular re-education technique. Basically, like I said before, when the body has to compensate and accommodate external forces and stressors that we put on our body, things start to change, and then this is called proprioception. Now your muscles become a certain way, and we have to break the pattern because now your brain tells it has to do that. So what we're doing here is making it where it is muscles here, the quadratus lumborum muscles are firing the same on both sides, so it makes a big difference. Brother, your posture is getting better. No shit.
Try my best.
It's coming along even without you thinking about it. Cross your arms in front of you. Ever going to lean to the right as far as you can. Just lean.
This way.
Yep, keeping your posture. Shoulders back. There you go. Now lean to the left as far as you can. Good. Do it again. Reset your posture. Good. Yep. One more. Yep. Good. Reset your posture again. Turn to the right. To the left. To the right.
massager right there, man.
Dude, that shit costs $1,200.
What?
I'm like, they really think highly of that, dude.
Yeah. You bought it. So obviously they can ask for it.
So the reason is because the vibration level it's at has been proven to override the ghost tendon organs. So
Okay.
it does a lot faster than me just putting a distortion on the
That's awesome.
on the muscle. So anyways, that's why I got it, because I love my patients.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I'm guessing them little machine gun massager things that people got at the house ain't on that kind of level, is it? In case somebody trying to do this at home.
I like those.
I like those for neurological. So if I'm doing chest and I do that, it does help neurologically get into the movement, get the pump, get everything.
But yeah,
So
absolutely.
I'm a fan of percussion massagers.
100%.
Huge fan. Is it gonna end all be all? No. Is it a tool in your? I have it in my gym bag right now.
Yeah. No, I use them all the time. They're awesome. I mean, like I said, blood flow to stimulate the nerve.
Bingo.
I mean, getting everything.
I like it as a neurostimulant.
Absolutely. All right. So, I want to show you something just real quick. I know you know all this stuff.
Okay, cool.
But this is just some of that neurological reset stuff that you can do to start making your hips and your back and your neck and spine, all that stuff work together again. Stand all the way up for me.
All right.
It's just these are alternating bird dogs. Okay. And you'd like to do this in front of a mirror where you can see if you're straight. That's right.
So you're tightening the glutes, bringing up the arm.
Yep. And why are we doing alternating? Okay. Because that mimics when we walk.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want those muscles to start firing equally on both sides in relation to your stride.
So how many of those should I do per day?
I do like 10 reps on each side.
I
And
can
make
do
sure
that.
you get up there and you kind of hold it. And then we can evolve from there, but it's super simple and easy for you to do. But that's, as we're breaking everything down, you can start to balance things out neurologically.
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. In 2 weeks, man, and again, I think when I got rhabdo, I actually know why I got it. I think it was obviously compounded, but I don't think it was the trip. I don't think it was the prep. I think it was ibuprofen.
Really?
I couldn't get through prep because you take training to that level that we're going to take it to,
Yeah.
right? But you're there, you're depleted, you're doing this, you're doing that. And to get through the pain I had in my lower back, I was popping ibuprofen. Like probably 10 a day.
Yep.
That's 2 times 200, that's 2 grams a day.
Yep.
Because I take 5 pre-workout, and then later in the day I'd be like, anything less than 5, I'm not feeling it. I've been taking ibuprofen since, but now I'm at a level of pain that had to be achieved. This is over-the-counter stuff. Everybody thinks if it's over-the-counter, it's okay for you. Dude, ibuprofen, look it up. You Google it, simple Google search. It's very kidney toxic.
It is.
So, not necessarily hepatotoxic. Every bodybuilder looks at hepatotoxicity, that's liver toxic. But kidneys too. So if you're in a state of depletion, if you're in the state of training hard, if you're in a state of stress, and you add ibuprofen in the mix, have fun in the hospital. That's all I gotta say.
Yep. Well, look at what happened when I added the steroid injection on my shoulder.
Yeah.
Same type of
Body just
stresses.
rebelled.
It did. I had a black spot come up in my hand right here immediately.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was.
By the way, so I went to the dermatologist. This is just a spot. It's not cancerous, but the dermatologist, just in case, I'm gonna just freeze it. So that's why it looks like he punched me in the face. She's like, no, it'll just be a little pink. I wake up in the morning I'm like, really? And I'm filming next week in Cali. I'm like, this better go away.
Yeah.
So my dermatologist is my neighbor. So I'm gonna be like, yo, hey,
You need to put a little makeup there.
I think we will have the makeup crew that day because I literally look like I got punched in a very awkward spot.
Yeah. Or you were in a bar fight, somebody held you down with a cigarette butt.
You can tell people want to ask why I got it, but they're not. Like we were coaching the girls at the high school. We go to a high school and coach a basketball team. I knew they were looking at my friggin' bruise on my. I'm like, all right, girls, just run, go. It was good, but yeah, it's just give me an update on like progress. Like, so I come in here 2 times a week. Next week I'm in Cali Monday, Tuesday. We'll figure it out. But so far, I'm probably about scale of, let's say I was at 0, meaning I was horrible. I'm probably about 25-30% better.
Okay, good.
So, but I still got to get to that 100. So it's going to take work on everybody's part. But yeah, if in the area, in anywhere in Tennessee, you got to drive out here. Like Brandon does stuff that no one else does. I'll link it down below. And just his practice too. You know, and if you're from out of town, like people fly all over to see that idiot Southern guy do the ring dingers, and then they leave, they get a good pop, they get some social media, it's done. Bro, I'm not gonna go into my opinion on those, but if that's his main modality of treatment, he's not your guy.
That's right.
He's not your guy. And the fact that he's checking your reflexes afterwards to see if he paralyzed you is a bad sign. So this is treatment. This is not clickbait. This is not snap, crackle, pop. This is legit treatment. Bye. It's like a hardcore gym within a hardcore gym. It's like not hardcore enough. We're going more hardcore.
Man.
So check it out, we're going beyond failure today. We're gonna push beyond, do force reps, all that good stuff. And to get ready for that, we're just gonna loosen up, do some cool things, some reverse pec deck, warming up the rear delts, warming up the entire shoulder. I'm here with Brandon. He's the guy fixing my back and everything. N8 Health Centers?
N8.
N8 Health Centers, which is, again, like, almost to where I need to be. But we got some work to do. But anyway, we'll start out, do some lightweight here, probably some lightweight laterals, then we're gonna go straight into just killing it. This will be a quick workout, probably 40, 50 minutes, but it's gonna be intense. Awesome. Let me turn on my whoop strap, man, to make sure I get this documented. I like this thing, man, the whoop strap. It just gives you data.
Well, that's the second one you wear?
Yeah, so I have an Apple Watch, but the whoop strap, it just looks like this. There's no watch on it, like, so I'll be like wearing it, I'll check, and I'm like, oh, there's no clock. But it's really cool because it gives you, it basically shows you where your body is, what you do, how much you burn, what your recovery is, what your sleep is. So it shows you if you have a bad day, you can look and say, what I do for that bad day. If you had a really good day, you could try and replicate what you did on a good day. It's all about data. We'll do both today, you know? Do both. So we could do, so one way to combine kind of like a power with more of a Dorian is you start with your compound and you move into your machine. So the compound, you're not going to go to failure because it's harder to do that, right? Because you can't spot that. So let's try that. So we're going to do a barbell, standing barbell shoulder press, and then we're going to move on to a machine. See how that goes.
All right.
Time to go heavy. Oh, look at that iron. Iron right there, baby. push press is actually one of the core lifts for CrossFit, believe it or not. So this is more of a push press. I'm not looking for strict form, I just want to get the maximum amount of force on my shoulders for this lift. So it's all about the maximal amount of weight above my head. And I haven't done these in probably 2 years. Now let's go do some bodybuilding stuff. All out sets failure. And then 1 back off set. So we're gonna probably do 2 workout sets. And then see what we can do. And then we got some lateral raises and then we do some arms. It's a quick workout style. Get in, get out. Joint gates. Twist. One of them pretty much for us at this point. So on this, I come more 90 degrees. I'm not going as extreme as I am on the push press because we're gonna go beyond failure on this. It's gonna be really awesome. So basically right now I'm feeling out where my heavy set's gonna be.
So these are feeders?
What's up?
These are feeder sets?
Yeah, feeders. So just basically getting your mind and muscle primed. So even if you're warmed up, if you're doing a new movement, I recommend you do a feeder set, at least one, because it's not all about muscular, it's about neurological. So you gotta neurologically program yourself into that lift. So a neurological warm up is always,
I like it.
yeah, I mean, it's so mental, dude, so mental. There's camps, right? Oh, this kind of training is best. This kind of training is best. Man, all training modalities have their place. Today, we're combining CrossFit and Dorian. CrossFit and Dorian. Like when you marry something, you're stuck with it. Don't get married to the program. Get married to a good woman, but don't get married to a program. Oh, hell yeah. Won't fit, that's the big one. Luckily I was a little thin. It should work. Sorry you have to walk with that. That should be fine. That sucks. How long are you keeping on for?
A few weeks.
A few weeks?
Yeah.
It's just where my arm lays. You know, there's different ways to lateral raise. Like, right, like if I'm going light, I'm gonna, you know, point the thumb down.
Yeah.
But on a set like this where I'm going all out, I'm gonna raise it. But you're gonna see when I do my max set next, that it becomes a fight with gravity. And sometimes it's okay to have a controlled fight with gravity. We can't, I've never seen anybody, well I have. Rarely do you see somebody, it's that combination. I'm not saying he's obviously a better bodybuilder I'll ever be and it worked for him. I'm not saying lift like Brant Horn. What I'm saying is sometimes some controlled violence plays a role in your lifting. So I have trouble being controlled and violent when I'm like, okay, I need everything 90 degrees, 92 degrees,
Right.
point the thumb. Sometimes, that's why machines are so good, right? Because sometimes it's about gravity. So think about a cheat curl. All right, I'm cheating here. But from here to here, I have more weight than I could have ever gotten. I'm overloading that muscle. So I'm not saying that all your reps should be cheat reps. But if you have a set, and it's meant to be beyond failure, you have perfect form for 5 reps, but then you eke out an extra 5 to 8 reps because your form slipped a little bit, but you safely did it without injuring yourself, that's a win. So while form is tantamount, realize there's a time and place. There's a time and place to get a little crazy. And if you look at the best lifters of all time, Ronnie's form, bad example, broken back. Ronnie's form broke down a little bit, but he still got some crazy weight. But he didn't break, believe it or not, he broke his back on a squat with perfect form.
Yeah.
He didn't break it on a lateral raise with crappy form. So my next set's all out. So I'm gonna go all out, do partials, because it's really hard to spot on laterals. So you do one all out, and then I'm gonna do a back off set. Come on, let's go. That. When God speaks, you listen. God's like, you need to grab the 65. Thou shalt hoist the 65. Man, if I don't train first thing in the morning, my whole morning is just subpar.
Honestly.
And cardio ain't doing it. It just doesn't do it. That's why I can't train in the evening. I don't get the benefits of training in the morning.
What are you looking for?
Nothing now. I'll shoot 35. All right. No need to warm up. Let's just go. So rear delt. So look at how, let's bring it back. Come here. U-tuck is really lean. Scapula retracts. So at the top, pretend that you're squeezing fingers between your shoulder blades. That brings this, activates all this. Slight bend in the elbow. Keeping your chest flat. Rear delts are so important. And people just miss out on them. That's a proper rear delt fly execution. One thing, biceps to failure, triceps to failure. Let's do it here.
All right.
Press down.
Is this correct?
Perfect. I was really excited about. Yesterday I was so weak, bro. Like I was just excited. Like when you're an advanced lifter, it's harder to track your workouts because you have good days and bad days. My entire house got sick. I avoided it, but I still had a bit of energy and fatigue issues. So yesterday's workout sucked. So I came in here today and I didn't have a set weight I wanted to hit, but I felt it out.
Yep.
So as you get more advanced, when you're a beginner, write down every number of every rep, every set you do in the gym. When you get to be more advanced, become more instinctual because you'll notice that good days and bad days, because you're at your body's max for what you can do. You're at your natural limit or even your beyond natural limit, right? And you know, some days you have a good day, some days you have a bad day, some days you sleep good, some days you fight with your wife, some days you just whatever, the sun's not up and you're not as happy. So, you know, you gotta kind of play it by ear and see how you feel.
But you still do it.
But still train.
Yep.
You know, taking a day off because you feel down, unless you're sick, you're throwing up, or you have diarrhea, I wouldn't do it. It'll make you feel better.
Dude, when I had COVID the first or second time, what I did was high intensity interval training. I went out there, I do sprints, rest, hydrate a ton, and man, I felt better every time.
I mean, you still get that rush of dopamine after, right? So like,
another way to get dopamine, cold shower after every training session. So don't take a cold bath because that actually hinders your recovery. It lowers your testosterone. So don't like submerge yourself. But I like after training, getting that dopamine from a cold shower.
Yep.
So we'll just warm up, one set to failure. Different training methodologies. Like you don't have to, when you're an old cat and you've done it all, you don't have to go to the gym and be like, okay, I'm doing CrossFit. Okay, I'm doing Dorian. Okay, I'm doing Ronnie Coleman style. Okay, I'm doing dog crap. No. Have fun. Have fun. If you want to do reps, do reps. Some days I come in, I'm just going to do 20 reps and get a pump. Some days I come in, I'm a power lifter. Have fun.